Well, you already know, brother, how we recording right now. You already know, brother, how we do it. It's always random, so.
Okay.
Know me, man. The randomness is always the best, in my opinion, because this is how we get our subconscious working. This is how we exercise the mind, so that's what I'm about, brother.
All right.
And we don't always have to stick to one thing. We can jump around all over the place. Nothing is ever confined. Nothing is ever limited. We have to stop limiting ourselves. We always limiting ourselves. We have to learn to go beyond the limitations and continuously expand.
Right.
So, on that note.
All right, yo, this was on my mind. What you think about the eclipse? What you think about the eclipse? A lot of people make spiritual connections between the eclipse and like astrological events. You know what I mean? So is there something that you could tell me about, like how people treated the eclipse back in ancient times? Like, did they? Because some people, they say it was like spiritual cleansing.
You could pretty much put anything to it. As I've said many times, you can make anything metaphysical. We can go on two sides. We can go onto the logical and astrological side, which is basically the fact that you're talking about a form of alignment. You're talking about a form of planetary cycles and celestial forms of alignment. That's all you're seeing and all you're experiencing when you're talking about these so-called things as eclipse, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And now here's another aspect that plays into that. Every so-called planet and every so-called celestial body and every so-called unit of consciousness, aka human being, possesses a specific form of frequency, a specific form of vibration. So when you put certain things, a perfect example, we two people in a room right now. Okay. At this specific time, this room is vibrating at a certain rate because two of us is in it. Okay. If we pack this small room with 100 people, it will vibrate to a certain extent and intensity that is higher than it was before. And we feel this all the time when we're in compact cars and subways, and it gets hot, it gets this, it gets that. Right. You even sense people without using your eyes. Okay. Because what you're feeling is the vibratory aspect or the frequency of that unit of consciousness within your presence.
Right.
So we call that sixth sense, yada, yada, yada. But what we're talking about is vibratory aspects. So when you look at things such as the eclipse, such as the sun, the moon, so on and so forth, each one of these things hold a specific frequency and a vibratory rate of itself as an individual aspect in this universe. So when you look at the eclipse, or when you're talking about the eclipse, you're talking about a symbolic aspect of a cycle, planetary solar cycle and aspect. This is why a lot of people say, oh, the eclipse is the symbol of the beginning of this, or the ending of this, or it's the Aquarius this. They go into all this stuff. Now, me personally, I'm not going to act like I'm a master of astrology and all that, because I'm not going to lie, that stuff doesn't really attract me. I'm more of a numerology aspect, which is because of the masculine energy. I'm very logical. Okay. Now, if you notice, women love astrology. Most of the time. I'm not saying men can't do it. I'm not saying he's a funny boy if you like it, but I'm just saying 90% of the people that love astrology are either in their feminine nature or they're women.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then also we're forgetting that there is a zodiac above the zodiac above the zodiac, meaning that the 12 so-called gates of the 12 so-called celestial bodies have 12 bodies above them, and then 88 zodiacs. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the reason why I don't deal too much with astrology is because it's so expansive. It's so all over the place. Right, and not only that, it changes a lot. Now, the time you were born in is that time, so that can't change.
Okay.
But as we speak, we are orbiting different.
Right.
There's different vortexes going on. There's a second sun that's already in existence. The reason why we can't see is because the vibratory frequency that we exist on right now. Therefore, it's the same aspect of a dog hearing a whistle that you can't hear.
Basically.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But it doesn't mean these things do not exist.
Okay.
So to answer your question, yes, it's symbolic.
Right.
Yes, it has a meaning. Yes, you can utilize certain spiritual aspects at these times and at these rates. Yes, the earth itself is raising in a magnetic field and a magnetic frequency and aspect, which is great, excellent, because magnetism is the second highest energy in existence on a planetary form. The first is organite or orgone energy. Second is magnetic energy. Third is electric energy. And by the way, woman is magnetic and man is electric. This is why when we come together, we make electromagnetic energy and frequency. This is another reason why, take it to another level, why the recessive loves to keep black man and woman separated.
Okay.
This is why he likes to reverse us. You see what I'm saying? Because if we come together in our balanced natural nature form, we collect something called electromagnetic energy, which is extremely powerful because you're taking one powerful level of energy, electricity, and another powerful level of energy, and you're combining it, therefore enhancing the frequency. You see what I'm saying? And then the whole mind of existence will change, because we have to remember that the woman is the incubation system for all humanity. Therefore, her mind is the conditioning aspect for all human beings that come out of her body. So when she's vibing at a rate of balance with the electrical and the magnetic aspect coming together to create that higher level of energy and power, that's damn near unstoppable. This is why, if you notice, all the bullshit they teach, look carefully, pay attention, use observation. Why is no other race doing that? Why is no other race of women snapping their fingers and swinging their necks and talking about they don't need this and they don't need... We the only people doing this dumb shit. But meanwhile, we all live in 2017. So what is the difference? The difference is they push that upon you, but they don't practice it themselves. You see what I'm saying? With themselves, they come together. You see, the wife forgives, I don't even like using these terms, but the white wife forgives Donnie for cheating and all this dumb shit. They stay together for whatever reason. I don't give a damn for whatever reason it is. The fact of the matter is they stay together. But we are the ones that don't last in relationships. We always got exes all over the place. Divorcing 24/7. We don't have no stability within that, and that's because of man is electric, which is within his energy, and woman is magnetic. And when we come together within that balance of heterosexual nature, spiral energy, which is sexual energy, we become the most powerful aspects on this planet, and they don't want that. So this is why they must reverse your woman and make her masculine, and reverse your ass and make you a damn faggot. And that's the problem. So the eclipse, yes, absolutely, is a symbol of transition that's going on right now. It's a level of higher energy and vibratory rates. It is also symbolic of what's going on during this transition that I'm always talking about. And then on the astrological aspect, it had to deal with an alignment of the planetary aspect and orbits and so on and so forth. Because the only reason why certain things like eclipses and all this stuff exist is because we're all within a vortex with each other. So the planet, the sun, the suns, plural, I should say, all these things are in a specific form of vortex. And I say vortex instead of orbit specifically because an orbit is known to be stationary. We are not stationary. We're constantly expanding. This is why we're within a vortex. It's like putting golf balls in a toilet and flushing it. The golf balls spin, but they don't spin stationary. They spin flowing through the toilet. You see what I'm saying? So we're flowing through the omniverse in a vortex. You see, the planets are revolving. Even the sun is in its own sun vortex with other suns. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, definitely that significance on that subject. And we need to utilize every aspect. Like I said, me personally, in the height of my masculine energy, because my balance is maybe a little bit too much sometimes, because the balance of man and woman, we both possess the feminine and masculine trait. This is absolute fact. There is no such thing as 100% anything in the universe. We need to get that out of our heads. There's no 100% woman, there's no 100% man, because we both possess both feminine and masculine within us as one unit of conscious being. Because your mother and your father created you, so you have your mother and your father in you. The difference is where the balance comes in is which one dominates the other and matching with your anatomy. Because your anatomy when you was born was the gender of a man. So therefore your masculine energy is supposed to dominate your feminine energy. Her anatomy was born as a woman, so therefore her feminine must dominate her masculine. But it doesn't mean that we don't possess both. So when I say that, I say you have men out there that are the correct balance is 80-20, 70-30. So when I say that, what do I mean? Me personally, I consider myself either 80-20. Sometimes I'm 85-15. You see what I'm saying? And by the way, let me just get this straight. There is no, well, technically that's not true because there is a better. It's better if we're speaking, now I'm speaking as a scientist and a metaphysical aspect. If we are speaking as in power, spirituality, intuitiveness, psychic ability, it is better to be higher in your feminine energy. That is a fact. This is why monks, priests, shamans, any special name you want to give somebody who's spiritual, man or woman, doesn't matter who they are very high in their feminine energy. Not meaning they're a fag, but meaning that they're they're connected and intuitive with their creativity, with spiritual realms and energies existing around them simultaneously. Therefore, they can see things and feel things that the masculine energy cannot, because the masculine energy is locked down within the physical realm. So I'm making a specific differentiation because I want us to understand that I don't want men to think that when I say 80-20, 70-30, they got to pretend to be 80-20 and super hard. Because to be honest with you, that's a lockdown. Because if you are, let's say 90-10, 95-5, you like a recessive. You damn near soulless. You see what I'm saying? Because man himself is mechanical. He's logical. He's a specific instrument that is utilized by women. You dig? So if I expand my masculine energy too much than it already is, because I'm already 80-20 or 70-30 already. Nature made me like that. So if I step it up even higher, I become soulless damn near. Now I have no feeling. I'm overly logic. You see what I'm saying? And that's not good, because you need your 20 and your 30%. You need your 20 and your 30% to be a good husband. You need your 20 and 30% to be a good father. You need your 20 and 30% to have compassion for your fellow man, so on and so forth. So balance is not equality. Equality is a big illusion that they have pushed upon us to lock us down in a place to where we're constantly bumping heads and battling. If I'm equal to this lamp, then guess what? I become the lamp. There is no separation no more, because equal means exactly the same. If I'm equal to a woman, then guess what? I'm a woman. You see what I'm saying? Balance is different. Balance is the give and take and the constant movement of energies to create the balance. So I give her 60%, she give me back 40. You know what I mean? I can now see, to us it sounds unfair. But now this goes back into what we was talking about upstairs with the chaos and the order. To us it sounds unfair, but we have to understand woman needs more than man. Okay? So therefore, balance is giving more to her. Okay? Man needs less than woman. So therefore, you need to stop wanting to receive more than her. Or wanting to receive exactly the same as her. That is one of our biggest destructions. I hear men all the time. Well, I bought her this, and that. She could have bought me this, and that. That's not how it goes. You're looking for equality in a place where it does not exist. And if you as a man need the same aspects as a woman, then I'm sorry, you's a bitch. You see what I'm saying? You're out of your nature, because you are created to be the divine instrument to a woman. You're created to be her compass, her guide. You're created to be her sword, her defense. You're created to be her shield, her protection. You're not there to need as much as her, because then you got two bitches bickering. You see what I'm saying? And if you ever notice, this is why grown men notice you don't ever argue with a woman, because it don't go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Because she's not using logic. And remember, whatever they feel is right. Because you cannot debate a feeling. If I say I'm cold right now and you say you hot, how you gonna prove me wrong? You can't prove me wrong, because I'm saying what I feel. And you cannot prove wrong what I feel. You dig what I'm saying? But if we're speaking in a logical aspect, you can logically display and prove. If I say I got 3 pairs of shoes right here. You go, nigga, 1, 2. False. You see what I'm saying? Now I can feel any way I want, but it's still wrong. Now if I say those shoes are hot, I'm feeling those. You say, nigga, those shoes are dirty and they whack. I'm like, nigga, what? The dirty look is in. How you gonna debate that? Because that's how I feel. You dig what I'm saying? So just to fuse those together, you know, throw another one at me, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, just
that was good, man.
Well, you